Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. So I wanted to do a quick pickups video. I wanted to first and foremost thank my good friend Brian. He's one of my closest friends. Um, he works at GameStop and they gave him a code for State of Decay 2 and he has the Game Pass, so he expects to play it on that. I was very on the fence with playing it. So he said to me, "Here, you take the code, I'll get the game. I have the Game Pass for a year for free. Let's play together." So I played it. That's the first pickup digitally, so it's really not a pickup per se because I count digital games as renting, but you get the drift. So I played that for a while yesterday, and I'm really actually enjoying it. Even though I was on the fence about it, and it is glitchy in ways, I am having fun with it. So everything else is physical, though, I promise. So I wanted to show off some stuff that I picked up recently. The first thing I got was rebought Splatterhouse on the 360. This came out on PS3 and 360. I beat it years and years ago on the 360 when it was new, and I must have sold it or traded it in or something at one point. But it's a really, really great game, and you can unlock all the old Splatterhouse games, 1, 2, and 3, unedited, because I know the first one was, I think, toned down in America a little bit, but the Japanese and the arcade one was a little more out there and more gory. So I picked this up from GameStop for $4.99. It was the only one that had it, and it was by my job about 15 minutes away. So one day on lunch, I went over there, picked it up. It's in good shape for $5. It's a great game. I'll replay it, and the three original Splatterhouses are on this, which I've never really played, so I wanted to play those as well. I think I played a little bit of the first Splatterhouse, but not to some great extent. But great game. So I just have to get my 360 back from my friend Rich, who borrowed it, because that game isn't backwards compatible on the Xbox One. It figures, right? I also got Bayonetta. Now, you may be saying, Mike, you already have Bayonetta on the Wii U. That's true, but I traded that one in and picked up this one, which includes the first game on disc. For what I remember, this is still the only way you can get this game on disc. The Switch version is, I believe, Bayonetta 2 on the disc and a download for Bayonetta 1. So I thought both games were pretty good. I didn't think they were great, but they're definitely funny and fun. So if I ever play those again, I played the first one on my Xbox One. It was a Games of Gold from the 360. So I played the first one on the Xbox and I played the second one on the Wii U. So I figured I'd have them together, and if I ever wanted to play them physically, I had them both. So it was like maybe $8 or $7 after returning the other one, which was just Bayonetta 2, and picking up this dual pack. I picked up, and I know I've mentioned this in a previous video, I picked up the Technomancer on the Xbox One. This was a futuristic, like Total Recall-ish action RPG. Pretty good. I was impressed. I have a video in the near future coming out about it. Check that out. But yeah, I just wanted to show this off real quick. For Beth, my wife, I picked up Star Wars The Force Awakens Lego. She really likes the Lego games. They're kind of the right kind of difficulty for her, even though she is playing through Resident Evil Revelations 2 with me now on easy. And she really likes these. So I picked this up for her. This was like $20, and I had a bunch of credit. So I got this, and she's really liking it. I think she just beat the Lego Hobbit game, so she's kind of winding down on her Lego games. I think she has this one, um, the Lego Movie, Lego World. So she has a bunch of them. So there was GameStop there. They had a Pro Day where if you're a Pro member, you get some certain games for cheaper, and if you trade stuff in, you get more credit. So I was on the fence about this, but I picked this up. It was $20. I ended up using some credit I had, and it ended up only costing me 10. Actually, 10 in credit because I traded some stuff in. So that was Don't Starve, the Mega Pack. This is a roguelike. Um, it looks sort of like Herc's Adventure on the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn, but it doesn't really play like it. It looks like Tim Burton. That's pretty much. It looks like a Tim Burton movie. And it's two players, both online and off. Actually, it says here it's six players online. But there's four different games in it. There's the Don't Starve regular edition, the Together edition, the Reign of Giants, and the Shipwreck DLC. So it's a bunch of games for 20 bucks. You pretty much have to like micromanage and gather things, and then like build things and create things to do more stuff. And if you die, that's it. You die. You have to start all over. There's bosses you can fight, there's secrets you can find, and secret areas. From what I played, I really liked it. I'm not a big fan of like the micromanaging aspect, but this didn't really wear on me too much, and I do want to play it online and see how it is with other people. As I said, there's bosses you can fight and things you can find, so it was pretty fun. And for 20 bucks, $10 in credit after I traded my stuff in, I thought it was pretty worth it. I have a feeling this is going to be a little difficult to come by, so I wanted to pick it up while it was still readily available. Also for $20, I picked up the Bioshock Collection. I played the first game a little bit, maybe like 10 or 20% of it back when it first came out on the 360. So I never got to really play that. This comes with all the DLCs for the other two titles. And it comes with Bioshock 1, 2, and Infinite. So I really look forward to playing the first Bioshock, and then I'll probably play something else, then go back to number 2, and play something else, then go back to Infinite. I'm usually not the kind of person, unless I really like get into something, that I play the sequels in a row. I usually jump around to kind of give myself a break and like playing something different. But I heard excellent things about these. I heard they really made the first game look good, and that the other two games already looked good. So, stupid pill keeps stabbing me in the back. This one. So anyway, I look forward to playing those Bioshock games. Now we move on to movies. Let's see here. My my father-in-law in recent, I don't know, past year has gotten rid of all of his DVDs and Blu-rays. We took a lot of them, and we kept most of them. Some of them we gave to thrift stores, but for the most part, we kept them. Um, so this was his last set of things that he was getting rid of. So Beth grabbed these for me. We watched some of them and eventually gave them away or to thrift stores or whatnot, or friends. But these three were ones that I've either just watched or have not watched. The first one is Anthony Quinn in Barabbas, a Dino De Laurentiis film. Dino De Laurentiis. I like Ernest Borgnine. I think that's who that is. Yep. And I like Anthony Quinn. So I figured I'd check this out. If it's good, great. If it sucks, then... And Jack Palance, too. If it sucks, then I'll give it to a thrift store or get rid of it or whatever. But Beth picked this one out, and I'll definitely check that out. The other thing is Alfred Hitchcock thrillers, the 3-pack. This is The Lady Vanishes, The Man Who Knew Too Much, and Secret Agent. I don't believe I've seen any of these. I do like Alfred Hitchcock. I have some of his TV series, and we did watch, what's the famous one? Not The Birds. Through the Window. The one with the guy whose wife dies. She kills herself and jumps off of a building or some shit. It's a cool movie. I really liked it. But anyhow, it's not something I'd watch again. So like Hitchcock for me is interesting, but sometimes they're kind of long and drawn out, and I feel like I can't rewatch them. But we'll check these out soon. And the final thing was, oh no, second to last, 50 movie horror classic pack. Every time I look at this, I see, and I know it's not him, I see John Carpenter when I see that face. I don't know why. I guess because of the mustache. But it's, I mean, tons of stuff. Bela Lugosi movies, Boris Karloff, Tor Johnson, the Ritz Brothers, Lon Chaney Sr., Lon Chaney Jr., just tons and tons of, like, Max Schreck, tons of B movies and, like, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean, like, all, like, classic horror films. I don't like this packaging because they're all in these stupid cases that scratch the discs, like these paper shit cases, but whatever. So we're going to watch some of these and then decide whether to keep it. I doubt I will watch all 50 films, and I've seen some of them, but yeah, so that's cool. And finally, the last thing he gave us that I kept and watched was Bela Lugosi, the Marathon Triple Pack. This is White Zombie, The Corpse Vanishes, and Scared to Death. I liked White Zombie a lot. The Corpse Vanishes was pretty good, and Scared to Death, was okay. These are all really bad quality. Like there's lots of, the negative was really poor. So there's lots of like jumping and scratches and dots. I ended up watching White Zombie on YouTube because there's a uploaded HD version on there. So I stopped it and put it on YouTube. But it was a cool movie. I've never really watched Bela Lugosi besides Dracula. So I wanted to check this out. So I think I'm going to keep this. And now these three are movies I've purchased. The first one is In the Mouth of Madness. This is a great John Carpenter film. Really grew on me. It's about this guy going insane. Um, he's trying to track down, Sam Neill is trying to track down this horror writer who they can't locate, and he ends up getting involved, and there's this like creepy stuff happening to him, and you don't know what's real and what isn't. Is he really going insane? It's a really cool movie. This has really grown on me. I've seen this probably about 3 or 4 times now. So I decided to pick up the Blu-ray. This was brand new for $7 because they're making a new one right now that I think comes out any day. I think it's Synapse or Criterion. Again, I think it's Synapse. Did a like special, or is it Synapse? Whatever. They did a special feature, Scream Factory special feature with like a bonus disc and all these like stuff and blah blah blah. I like the movie, but I don't care enough to have like the Ultra $30 or $25 edition. So for $7 brand new, shipped, this was up my alley. I also upgraded my Twin Peaks collection. I own the gold edition of the DVD and the Fire Walk With Me DVD. This is the UK version of Twin Peaks on Blu-ray. This is the first and second seasons, along with Fire Walk With Me. I have yet to watch this. I'm hoping that I can watch this with Beth and that she gets into it because it's one of my favorite TV series. I'll eventually pick up the third season, even though I didn't like it much, because I just want to watch it again and give it a chance. But it's like $20 on DVD and like $50 on Blu-ray. It sometimes goes down to around $35 on Blu-ray. It's still kind of expensive for me. So I'll probably wait till it's like 20, 25 bucks. This was $17. It looked brand new, and it's 2 seasons and a movie for 17 bucks on Blu-ray. So pretty good deal. Finally, this just arrived in the mail a few minutes ago. This is one of my favorite horror films, Suspiria. There's a catch to this, though. So this just came out. They've had many region-free releases of this in Korea. There's like UK editions, Italian editions that are region locked. This is the first American Blu-ray by Synapse. It's a 2-disc special edition. I've seen it go for $20 on Amazon. Right now it's at $25. This cost me $10, including shipping. But the reason is it does not have the bonus disc. So this is supposed to come with a special features disc with interviews and commentary and all this extra stuff. Now, admittedly, I would have liked to watch it, but that's something that will most likely end up on the internet that I can watch once and then move on. I'm not huge on bonus features. I know that's sacrilege for movie collectors, but paying $20 or $25 compared to $10 including shipping for the movie that I really like, it kind of was a no-brainer for me. Beth doesn't remember this, even though we've seen it years ago. I have it on DVD. Probably end up giving that away or selling it or whatever. And I'm just really excited to see this again. So 10 bucks was definitely my price point for this. And that's it. So showed you some movies, showed you some games. Hopefully you guys have seen some of this or played some of it. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you have seen some of this, tell me what you think. If you are going to see some of it, tell me what you think after you see it, because you have to see it first. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.